We going? Good. I'm watching James Cat. This is a good one. That was a good video. We should take that. This one ended organically the best I think we've ever had a sketch end. The fact that he hops and that couch just went. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so it's Monday, June 14th, right? Of the on the Dragon Lord Caesarian calendar. And it's the Salsa Parlor Middle Management quarterly report. And this is pretty big news. Our CEO just got back from the G7. Very exclusive. I think we had the only CEO at the G7. And I think good things are coming for not only Salsa Parlor, but perhaps the 7 richest countries in the world. How do you feel about rich countries?
Better than poor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I look at a poor country and go, nah, I don't want to live there.
Dude, I had a very vivid thought as a little boy
Yeah.
where I remember watching like those like African kid, you know, like with like they're like malnourished, they got like the pot bellies.
Yeah, that always freaked me out.
And I remember as like a little kid watching those like Sarah McLachlan commercials.
That's the dogs. You mixing them up?
Yeah, they're whatever the
It'd
track.
be incredible if they just said.
I thought she did them all.
I mean, with the kids in cages down south now, you could probably mix them together pretty well.
Yeah, well, I think she did one for those too.
Did she? The eyes of an angel. She's just a sad kid in a cage. She's petting his head.
But I remember thinking as a kid, like, oh man, I'm so glad
That you're not.
I was born here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this here over that, and not like man, I am so glad I wasn't born an African kid.
Right.
It was mostly I'm glad I wasn't born
In a poor
me
country.
there.
Yeah.
You know, because
Like
there
you
would've
still
died.
you or looking.
Me still me.
Okay.
Me still me born there.
Did you go to a Catholic school growing up?
No.
Okay, so I did, and they would always talk about souls, and they would be like, you know how lucky it is that your soul ended up in America? And I'm just like, wait, what? Like God's just right, like life's a lottery, and God's like, you get to go to America, little baby. And then he's like, but so many more you little babies gotta go starve to death somewhere else. And that's just how nuns explained birth to us. Like, you better be grateful that you ended up here. You came out, your mom made you here. And I'm like, that's so ridiculous to explain souls to people like that.
Well, it's almost like it's like God's picking favorites.
Well, yeah, it's weird, which also
Favorite souls.
that's how Mormons, I think, actually, that's a Mormon thing. I don't want to speak with absolutes on Mormons, but I'm pretty sure they're
well,
like,
they would.
yeah, well, yeah. We honestly, it's a Monday around 1 o'clock. They're probably walking around the neighborhood. That would be so funny. What if I put the sandwich board outside and it said Mormons wanted? And then we bring them up on the podcast and talk to Mormons for like an hour.
I would love to have a Mormon. I would love to have a Jehovah.
It's not, well, the Jehovah's, they're over it. They got enough. What I like about Jehovah's Witnesses is like once they only go recruiting when they need to. You know what I mean? Team's full. They're like, don't go out. But Mormons are always searching.
They want them.
Yeah, it's wild stuff.
But
But
a good mouse.
it's a great mouse. But here's the thing. Going back to poor countries, what's you said you like rich countries more? Okay. What about it?
What about a rich country?
Yeah.
Is you can be mad.
Yeah.
You can be mad at stuff.
About stuff that doesn't matter.
You can be mad at stuff in a
That's
rich country.
true.
Which is that's so badass.
What do you mean?
Being mad
Oh yeah.
at stuff.
About
Like
out.
lines.
Yeah, like standing somewhere that you don't wanna.
Like, I want my fucking coffee now.
Hang on. They do have lines in poor countries, though.
Yeah, but those are the lines that matter.
It's true.
Those lines matter.
Those lines matter. That's. Did we just get canceled?
No, I don't think so. They do matter.
They do matter.
There's nothing
All right.
controversial about that.
I just feel weird
A bread
if you
line?
well, rice, but I mean, come on.
We had those.
Bread lines in America, yeah.
Yeah, we had bread lines.
Probably wouldn't have had to have lines if they just planted rice.
That's true. That's true. In before
Yeah.
the when Europe was dying
Yeah.
because they couldn't get enough wheat.
Which Europe's?
All of the Europe.
When?
In before
Okay.
when they were making wheat
Yeah.
and they couldn't make enough,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody was dying
Yeah.
from not enough wheat or potatoes. Asia
Uh-huh.
had so much rice.
Too much rice.
Because it was like pound for pound. You could
Yeah.
feed 10 people. For
Rice
each person.
is
You could feed
great.
Wheat.
Whenever people are like, you want a side of potatoes or rice, I'm like, rice.
Yeah, rice is good. I mean, I like a rice.
Yeah.
I like one rice.
Yeah, just one little. Two
No,
can be
rice is good.
too much.
Rice is good because it's filling,
Uh-huh.
but it's not starchy
Yeah.
like bread or potatoes. But
You can get it.
The
You
best-
can run on rice.
in my opinion, if you want hearty,
Uh-huh.
like filling, like red skinned potatoes
Yeah.
are top tier.
That'll put you down.
That's something you eat that at 7 p.m.
Well,
You're going to bed at 8:30.
you're sitting. You're
Rice,
sitting.
you can eat rice in the morning.
Yeah.
And like,
I feel good.
yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Bread, it's like, yeah, you could eat like a slice of toast in the morning.
Yeah.
But if you're loading up on bread in the morning,
It's a lot.
by noon,
Well, hang on. But I feel like bread always brings a buddy along.
yeah, there's always something on the bread.
Yeah. If you just ate dry toast, I'd be like, oh, you just, it's the Blues Brother. The Blues, Dan
Ooh,
Aykroyd.
ooh.
Four pieces of dry bread is all he wants.
Oh,
Just toast.
avocado on
Mm.
bread. That's what people like.
Specifically,
Peanut butter toast,
dogs.
butter, and avocado.
Both butter and avocado?
No.
Oh,
Peanut
okay.
butter,
Gotcha.
butter,
All right.
avocado.
Right.
Those are the three horsemen.
And what I'm getting at is poor countries don't got any of that.
No, they don't even have bread.
They don't. They got to go back to rice.
Right, but they get to do things like eat rice, which
Yeah.
is not really a bummer ever.
Unless you want bread.
That's true.
Okay, so our CEO, Joe Biden, just
Mhm.
got back from the G7. Did you pay attention to anything he said?
I haven't listened to Joe Biden say anything to us in.
It's incredible. I feel like Joe Biden went there like, yeah, we need money. Gotta have money so people can buy stuff. That's Joe Biden's take, man. Have you seen, I mean, I think he's doing too much. Because as soon as
I
he
don't think he's doing enough.
well, all right, what I was getting at is he's trying to be the president and CEO. I'm
Oh,
like, dude,
yeah,
you either got to be the president of the United States of America, the head of the free world, or the CEO of Saul's Parlor. You cannot do both. And he's trying.
He's been trying to be the CEO of China.
Well, yeah, but China is not having
They
it.
don't like it.
They do not like it.
Yeah.
Did you?
He keeps speaking Chinese
I know.
to the Chinese,
It's
but he's
wild.
not. He's not saying anything in actual Chinese.
It's wild to me
and
because
very racist.
well, yeah, and big media is just like, no, he's just got dementia. And I'm like, wait, what? That's wrong Chinese.
yeah, that's I'm out of respect for the Chinese. I'm not going to repeat what Joe Biden said, but
We couldn't if we wanted to.
yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it verbatim. There's no way.
He was in the ballpark of nonsense. I get it. 'Cause we got 70 million people plus. If you think the election was real, I think it was an election. Maybe.
Elena said all lines matter.
Okay, that's good. We're doing great.
Viewers. We
We got 4 times Elena. It's
Elena
Elena
got,
and-
Elena got 3 accounts watching.
Oh,
this.
that'd be pretty dope.
Thank you.
Would every one of Elena's accounts have a different opinion?
Yeah,
Most definitely.
She has an Ericsson account as
Okay. It is kind of suspect that they were never in a room together, but
Were they never?
no, Elena and Erickson, not one time were they ever in a room together.
Oh my God. Ericsson Elena?
No, I think Elena's Erickson.
Oh, that
Let's
is so
put
much
it
better
together.
than the
Yeah,
alternative.
yeah, 100%.
So much better than Ericsson being Elena.
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare for you. But Elena being Erickson
be
is
bad.
fun. That's fun for everyone. You go the other way around,
I don't
No.
know. There's something problematic about Elena pretending to be a Jewish 35-year-old man.
but she does it well.
She carries herself well.
You think that's weird? Because I think it'd be weirder for a 35-year-old Jewish man to pretend to be a girl in her 20s to get close to you.
That's much weirder.
Yeah.
Saying that one out loud?
Yeah, say them out loud and see how they feel.
Is that regular water?
No. It's bantha piss. It's Bad Batch brew. But no, man. All right. So Joe Biden though, I was going to say I think it's fantastic. 70 million people. We're just like, maybe we give a senile guy a chance.
Yes.
Like he's not, I don't know, man. To freak anybody else out? Because it was like we were in between a rock and a hard place. And as soon as I was like, "Whoo, thank God we got that crazy dude out." Now I'm like, "Oh no."
We got another one. I mean, he's better than old Donald Bump,
Bonnie?
old Benny Dumps,
You talking Don Pumps? Oh, Donnie Pumps?
old Donnie Pumps.
Donnie Pumps.
I was telling friend of the show, Brad.
Okay.
There's a spider on the table. It's next
Where
to
is
your hand.
Live or do I let him live?
Yeah, I think you let him live.
Okay, I'm gonna brush him.
If he comes to my side, he
Okay,
dies.
we're playing Spider Pong.
If he comes to my side, he dies
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
But I was telling friend of the show, Brad,
Yeah.
that there's a significant difference between wanting Joe Biden to be president because he's not Donald Trump
Yep.
and wanting Joe Biden to be president because you like him.
There's 4 people in that latter category.
Yeah.
4 human beings of voting age in America saw what he was doing and like, no. I don't care about the other guy at all. This guy gets it.
This is the guy I want.
Right. And those 4 people also had no idea that they voted the day after.
I can't believe Andrew Yang didn't win.
I wanted him to win. He was talking about all kinds of cool, like, soft communism.
I know. Dude, he was doing all sorts of stuff about being like,
What's your
all-
take on communism taking over?
I don't like it.
No, neither do I. But what's your take on money for nothing?
I love that.
Love that.
I was raised by Red Scare parents,
Yeah.
so I hate communism.
What's Red Scare?
As we were supposed to be scared of the Russians because
Okay.
they're communists.
All right, I thought it was of casino owners.
And then, but, boy, oh boy, do I like money for nothing.
Yeah, right. Dire Straits got it right in that song.
Money for nothing.
Yeah, because first of all, good song. You can listen to it 2-3 times a day and not get tired of it. And secondly, Andrew Yang straight up was like, "How's $1,000 a month sound for everybody to like not die?" Because we keep saying we're in the best country. It's like,
Well, what I've been trying to make this funny,
yeah,
so this is the best place to hash it out.
yeah. We're just kicking them back and forth. I let a spider live.
Yeah, well, he was all right. But I love there's nothing more capitalist, I
Mhm.
think, than
Yeah.
like crypto, right?
Yeah.
Crypto's super capitalist because you're like, because you're playing with capital.
Well, because if you do it right, you can get all the money.
Exactly. However,
That's how capitalism works. You hungry hippos all the money.
stocks and crypto very capitalist, right?
Yeah.
However, it also kind of feels a little bit socialist,
Okay.
and I'll explain why.
I
It's
like
not,
It's yeah.
but it kind of feels that way because if you put a bunch of money into crypto and stocks, right? Let's say you have a job
Mm-hmm.
and you've been just putting money aside.
Got
All
it.
the money that you put that you don't spend instead
Your
of a savings
your
account,
savings, you just put it in there.
you put it in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually you got all this passive income
Yeah.
from that, and maybe it's like $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
That you're just passively generating.
It's good.
And you're not doing anything for that money,
Yeah.
and you're only getting it because
Because you had money.
you had money to put in initially.
Mm-hmm.
If you ignore the fact that you put money that you earned into it,
Uh-huh.
you're just generating money for yourself
Uh-huh.
from the ether,
Yeah.
which is basically what would happen if we had some sort of universal basic income.
Well, yeah. I mean, so my limited understanding of dividend payments
Yeah.
and compound interest and other trigger words in finance is so when you're like, "Ooh, I'm making money for nothing." Well, it's like, no, you put resources in.
No, it's not money for nothing.
Yeah.
But
But it feels like it.
it feels like it because you're not doing anything.
Ooh, tastes like a Coke, but it's got no calories. Diet Coke, you sneaky sponsorship.
Diet Coke does not taste like Coke.
No, Coke Zero tries.
Coke Zero attempts to.
That's the thing. No, man. So, but how's it communist?
Oh,
Because you just explained the dopest part of capitalism, and you went like, "Listen, crypto's like communism, except that it's not."
no.
Better call it an ambulance, but not for me.
because it's kind of like money for nothing.
Yeah.
But because if you gave everybody
Mm-hmm.
just those dividend payments,
All the money. Yeah.
it's like communism.
Here's the thing. Because if everybody got those dividend payments, right? When people, the whole simulation thing, everybody's like, "We're in a simulation, man." I'm like, I don't think we are. Because Elon Musk said it, and then nobody looks into like, how smart is this guy?
Yeah.
Fucking what? Like, okay, thanks, nerd burglar. But then when people are like, "Oh, if we're in a simulation, why can't everybody just be rich and happy?" And then people are like, "Well, the Matrix tells us why." And then they reference a sequel, a Matrix sequel, I think. Not even the first one, not even the best movie. And they're like, "Well, in the Matrix, they talk about how the computers tried to make the simulation a utopia and it didn't work." And I'm like, wow, man, that's a great justification for why we can't make everybody kind of happier.
Everybody has an excuse as to why there's like the world isn't perfect
Right.
for whatever they believe is the reason. Whether it's a simulation, or if you're Christian
Well,
or Hindu.
the other thing is, look at rich people. They're sad as fuck sometimes. Their world ain't perfect. They just don't have to worry about, like, if they break something, they're fucked. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a horseshit justification I don't get for when they're like, "Oh, we live in a simulation and not everybody can be happy." I'm like, yeah, nobody is like gonna be that. I'm just saying we don't need to have everybody going to urgent cares and ERs. You know, I don't know, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's a bell
Yeah.
curve to it, and people gonna be on this side, and people I'm on this side, and then I really hope aliens show up and they tell us like, "You're doing it wrong." You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, no flying cars.
Yeah, you guys are behind the bell curve.
You guys got the phones, but no flying cars.
It's weird. Nobody thought that was gonna be the future. Like,
No, we were way off.
we were way off. everybody's like, we're gonna have flying cars. We finally got talking wristwatches, and everybody's like, these are fucking dumb.
That's what happens with all the tech that was supposed to be really cool. Is just dumb, like
It's
FaceTime.
dumb. Yeah.
Everybody's like, in the future, when you call someone, you'll be able to see their face. And now, if anybody FaceTimes me without warning, I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Well,
Stop,
okay.
Don't look at me.
So Alex Yaherd is saying this is not depressing at all. And to that I say, I feel like it kind of was not too long ago on the podcast. And then Sean Murray said, I had a guy who believes in aliens tell me I'm doing it wrong. Well, that sounds about right. I do want it. I want it so bad. I'm not even an alien guy. Like, they need to fucking show. But like recently, I've been like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. You know?
Yeah. I
Like-
would love I love an alien. I
Well,
want an alien.
I'm just saying,
I don't want one.
yeah,
I want them around.
yeah. Well, okay.
I don't want to like hold one.
What do you think the ones we would get? First of all, I know for a fact if they had like little alien puppies, you'd get one
I
immediately.
want the long finger alien.
Like little guy, like skinny nerd aliens.
Yeah, I want. Well, I got two aliens in mind. That would
Okay.
be dope. Tall, long finger.
Yeah.
Skinny,
Yeah.
pale.
Like a Caminoan.
Yeah,
Caminoan.
that would be cool. Like the big eyes.
How long a neck?
Oh, pretty long.
Pretty long neck.
Double our neck.
Okay. Wow. How skinny's that neck? So you're just
slender neck.
okay.
Sure.
So
the whole thing is slender. I'm imagining like an 8 foot tall alien.
I feel like you're just. If we stopped your description right now, a guy drawing what you're talking about could either like be like he's talking about ostriches, or
I
alien.
would love to actually scratch that 3 aliens. Okay, first one I already
Alright.
told you.
Yeah.
Just
Long,
like a
slender
Camino.
neck. Yeah.
like a
Camino
Camino guy.
Okay, Camino.
Second one, reptile alien.
Okay.
Reptilian.
Like
Uh,
the things in the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something.
What are they
just
called? Algiles?
Argonians.
Argonians.
I would love a reptile so that the conspiracy guys
Uh-huh.
would go nuts, being like, "You're them," and
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the third one would be an animal here, like octopus, ostrich.
Okay.
So that they show up and they're like, "What have you done to our people?
Ah, gotcha.
What have you
Gotcha.
done to our people?" Like all the conspiracies that humans were brought here by aliens, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But in reality, it was like octopuses that were brought here, and we're like, we keep them in tanks. And
I
they're like, what
believe-
have you done to our people?
I believe octopus.
Octopus would be crazy.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that like if it had a little apparatus to be moving about the rest of the world, octopus could do all kinds of
Either
shit.
that or dolphin.
Nah, but fucking dolphins can't press buttons. What do they got? One beakable nose to. First of all, how's a dolphin gonna build a button? Think about that. They can't fucking build anything.
That's how they
Think
sound.
about think about things that can build stuff, and I'll start. Any dumb human looking animal. So you know what I mean? Like
birds.
birds can't build. Okay, nests.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something. What are we doing?
we got.
We just building
Okay,
nests.
all right. Hang on. What was your list of things building? Birds.
Birds build.
Uh-huh.
Chimps build.
Oh yeah, but that's a dumb human.
Well.
Or
cancelable.
brilliant. Yeah.
Chimps build.
Okay. Yeah.
Birds build.
Birds do build. Babies?
Octopus can build.
That's what I'm saying though. Octopus of crows solve problems, and they also cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, they
but
remember faces.
But think about octopi, like anything out there that could like move and build shit
Mhm.
and then use it. Like I would believe this if like a gang of octopus got together and they put on some suits, they could build a factory. You know what I mean? Like they're smart enough.
I think octopus could build a gun.
That's what I'm saying, because they got squiggly. They're basically 8 super strong squiggly fingers.
Yeah.
Because we think that like, oh wow, we got thumbs that can like oppose our grippy, and then people are like, you can make all kinds of shit like that. It's like, imagine if you had 8 squiggly arms that could go any direction and really oppose each other.
I'm imagining evolved octopus
Mm-hmm.
can just latch onto the head like of a human.
Yep.
and then now they're like walking around.
See, why would you do that though? It'd be like, I gotta downgrade and use my human today because I feel tired.
Well, they think that they're gonna be able to like sneak around.
Oh,
But
okay.
everybody's gonna notice the octopus.
See, but I think evolved octopus. Like I'm thinking like Amish octopus. They're just fucking building shit all day with their They're walking around like, check out this farm I made.
I'm. It's a shame because I feel like anything underwater
Yeah.
is inherently gonna have a tougher time.
Yeah. Look at Atlantis. They're
Yes.
doing real tough.
Well, because it was above water.
And then it went down. I believe it.
I believe that.
I believe it. I don't know. Everybody says we killed off anything that was kind of close to coming up with humans, which I think is inherently the most like, I'm going to help when I get to the top of the mountain. And then you're like, yeah, just kidding. I'm going to kill all you on the way to the top.
Neanderthals.
Yeah. Well, we kind of did some other stuff with them.
You fucked them.
A lot.
Neanderthals make me sad.
Well, yeah? In what way?
Because it was like, I think about it, I'm like, oh man, it'd be so cool if there was like another type of human.
Yeah.
Because then racism wouldn't exist.
Oh, like a second human?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we lived side by side, another like ultra intelligent
Right.
bipedal.
Goes back to aliens, dude.
Exactly. If you have the other thing, and it's like, oh, these guys are literally genetically different from us.
I don't think that would get rid of racism though.
Well, we'd
I
be
think they
racist
just
towards Neanderthals.
well, no, I think they just add it to the list because
Yeah,
it seems like racism isn't. Well, I don't know. I don't really fucking water cooler it a bunch with racists, but it feels like it's not so much. They don't. It's just like we're on top. Maybe I don't know. Or is that bigots? I have no idea. I know that not liking people who are different seems to be a category for racists. And then I feel like if something else showed up, they were like, well, guess what? We don't like that either.
That's true. I feel like
You know?
racists have strong opinions on like which chip is their favorite.
Yeah, everything. They
Yeah.
got strong opinions on most things.
They're like, get
I-
your fucking Cool Ranch
I
outta
don't-
here.
I'd be wild if you ever met a passive racist on some issues. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you go to a cart, if you go to a store and you see hard brands and everything in that cart, I question that person's suspect. You know what I mean?
Imagine
You know what I mean?
meeting a racist that was just like, yeah, I just don't care for Asians. Like,
Yeah.
they're not. They don't hate them.
I feel like that's not how they operate.
No, but imagine if you met one.
Oh,
like that.
yeah, but then, that's still a racist.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
But,
but
it's just like such a fucking free flowing.
oh, it's like a locale racist.
It's like if I had to choose, I wouldn't want to be around.
All that hate without any of the anger.
him. Exactly. All that hate with no anger.
Racist light.
All the hate without the anger.
Here's all I'm saying, right? You see a guy that has like fucking 59 tubes of red Pringles,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's got one thing of Lay's stacks.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him more than a guy that's 60 tubes of Pringles.
Yeah. Well, because it means he's willing to.
He's gonna
something
try.
else, yeah.
He's gonna try something else.
He's gonna try that.
That guy's going for it. Look at this. We got stuff in the chat. People was chatting at us. I have 58% more Neanderthal DNA than the average 23andMe user. Wow. All right. That's a humble brag. Then you can just super racist towards other species. Yep. See, Game Pass Dad cracked the system. The Covenant still had racism. That's a good point. That's good.
Point.
I mean, it's up there with Matrix justifications, but I like it. I learned everything about race from Halo on Xbox Live. Yeah, that's the most true statement I think we've ever heard.
Yeah. I had people on Xbox Live as a 13-year-old boy
Yeah.
call me the N-word.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think you got the wrong guy.
Here's what I think about that. Because people still just hop on the internet to shout that word.
Yeah, which is
It's not.
I'm gonna hold on.
All right. What's your stance?
Hold on. So people go on the internet to shout the N-word, right?
Yeah.
And I play a lot of online video games.
You do. You're
I-
also shouting, not the N word, but you do. I get
I
it.
yell things.
You yell things.
But they all pertain to the game.
Yeah. Sure do.
Uh, But
What game has ever had fucking in my ass? Because I have heard that been shouted before.
Oh yeah, well that's because I'm playing with my gay buddies.
Oh, gotcha.
But I hear that word get shouted all the time, the N word,
Yeah.
and it blows me away every time
Mm.
because to me it feels like that's what a little bitch would do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to say that word?
Yeah.
Well, time to go be anonymous.
Yeah. Well, for sure. It's okay. First of all,
babies.
it is usually it is usually prepubescently peoples. It's kids or teenagers.
Kids and teens.
And then it's also a taboo thing. And then in a world where there's like less accountability for actions, and then kids also seeking attention for both positive or negative. Like when that boob bastard the other day, just like people want attention so badly that they'll go, it's like press, but for attention. They're like, any attention is good attention.
Yes.
And that's a bummer. And then I think there's a small amount of people that just get a thrill out of just saying it because it's so taboo. But
yeah, it's
unless you're black and then you just want to shout it because you can, then that's because I will say this: have you ever been? As a anxious whitey, as I like to call myself, anxious whitey, uptighty. I am always thrown into the ropes a little bit. Like my first roommate in college, Chris Cash Troutman. I hope you're doing well, bud. Like him and his buddies would always call me the N-word.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And they'd be like, what's up, my? And I'm like, this is great. And like, Louis a real? And I'm like, yeah. But then I would just have to be like, what's up, my buddies? Like, but I didn't like doing that because that to me was just replacing the word. So then I stopped doing it at all because I like anxious me was like, we gotta talk back and finally like I was just like, nah, what's up, fellas? Like that's actually my go-to. But it was funny just because again, like I was like, oh, that's clearly has nothing to do with race at that point. Maybe, I don't know. But when you're just getting called it as a buddy, I was like, oh, that's just buddy talk. Oh shit, YouTube just called.
He's not anonymous. That is boob fart for 2069. You get to the point where you realize they might be terrible people. Yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that like the internet and online video games are what teach you.
Yeah.
That if people think that you can't figure out who they actually are, then they have no problem being very mean.
What's the Greek play about the ring? Like they kind of based Tolkien's ring. Like it's a ring of power that can make you go invisible. And then Tolkien was like, great, now we're going to make that the Lord of the Rings ring. But it's basically a Greek story about like what you would do with power. And in this case, it was like invisibility. And basically the story is like, yeah, some people turn into absolute fucking monsters. Like, and dare I say, Peter Parker's dying uncle nailed it when he's like, with great responsibility comes with don't say the N-word on the internet. That's what I'm saying, Pete. Just don't say it. You're a white teenage boy and I'm dying in front of you. Don't do that. And then he dies.
You can tell a lot about somebody, I think, by what superpower they would pick if they could have a superpower.
What was your superpower?
I don't know. I think like telekinesis would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Like being able to like move stuff with like your mind or hands.
What's with TK Power? Would you also be able to move your own self? So like you break the game and you're like, I can fly because I got TK Power.
No, I think that's kind of lame.
Yeah, that is lame.
I would maybe like the most you'd be able to do is like stop yourself from falling.
Okay.
So like short term, because the idea with telekinesis is that I like it because there's a hard limit on telekinesis as a power.
Yeah.
Because telekinesis is like mental strain.
Yeah.
So like if you're trying to move something, it hurts your brain.
Right. Right. Unless you
so like
work out.
The more intense the thing, like you can't like move a building and stuff. You
Yeah.
can't like it's like the Force almost.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say in pushing, you got force push basically at
Yeah.
that point, or like force pull.
You could do force push and pull, and then like the thing would be like, maybe you could give yourself some extra lift if you were trying to jump somewhere.
Right.
Or like if you were like make a jump, or if you were falling, you could like slow your fall, or like
I'm picking up.
that kinda stuff.
Force push and pull is pretty on point with
Uh-huh.
what you're describing, because it's
But-
like little blasts of like knock it off.
right. I think that would be cool.
What do you think? The people who TK who picked TK.
I don't know. It's a weird one. Slowing down time would be cool too, but only like to like 50%.
Okay.
So like slowing down time to avoid something
Yeah.
would be fun. Like if you like, it would be great for driving. Like
Yeah.
you'd never get in a car accident. I'm obsessed with superpowers that would make your life a little bit easier.
I was gonna say, because mine, you brought up like you'd never get in a car accident. I'm like, well, like, is it reactionary? And mine would be Spidey sense. If I could get
That would
Spidey
be
sense.
amazing.
Because like nobody brings that up, but Spidey sense is like fucking incredible. Because when it's on point, like you can't hit Pete. And so like I wouldn't even want all Spider-Man's powers, because in this little talky talk we're talking about, it's like
power.
one power. I think I'd pick Spidey sense.
Mhm.
Because like we already have like human intuition, that sixth sense.
Mhm.
But Spidey sense was basically that just dialed up to 11. And I think if you could like just react momentarily quicker to something, like, yeah, then I don't know. I think that goes into line with what you were saying about helping your life a little bit.
Mhm.
Making your
Spidey
life,
sense would
yeah.
really help your life.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, man. You like, if somebody's gonna fight, you could get out of that situation pretty quick.
Car accident.
Car accident, you know, it's I don't know.
Something's got a bad vibe. Maybe someone's gonna do something. Maybe you're in a convenience store, is gonna get robbed. That kind
I'm
of stuff.
surprised Zach isn't telling Lou how to get Spidey sense.
How do you get? Why would I know?
I don't know. Oh, because you look like Peter Parker. Sean made me say it. I don't know.
Do I?
I kinda. You have glasses and you're not.
Everybody does
Yeah,
that
no.
shit, dude. Everybody does that shit. Sean Murray has glasses.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like Peter Parker.
But it's like people when I by the way don't look anything like Harry Potter. When I had round glasses,
Yeah.
people were like Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, it's just because glasses.
And I'm like,
What
no,
is it? You
I don't
know,
look anything like Daniel
it's
Radcliffe.
almost like everything we've been saying. People make snap judgments about quick, noticeable characteristics.
The ones that I definitely have strong opinions on for superpowers, when
Mhm.
people are like, that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Speed and strength always freak me out.
Speed and strength, super speed, which would be pretty cool. That's the coolest of the most popular ones. Super speed.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I guess.
I don't. That's a tough one for character judgment, because I don't know what you plan on doing with super speed.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, not drive anywhere anymore?
I think that's basically it.
I
That's what I would
guess.
do if I had super speed. I just wouldn't have a car.
Yeah, but like, what if you still got tired after that?
I think that's part of the thing with super speed.
Like, Flash was always eating a lot of food,
Well,
which, if you do the math on how much he had to eat, it was probably more than the oil you
the
burned.
Flash doesn't have super speed.
What does he have?
He slows time around him.
That's not at all how it's been explained to me.
That's apparently how it works.
What? Hang on. Nerd chat, sound off. How does Flash move super quick? Because he slows time down?
Around him, yeah.
That seems like a retcon. That's a retcon if I've ever heard it.
Because if you move too fast,
You'll,
your like bones will.
yeah, that's
shatter
what
and
I'm
shit.
saying. Is like that's the thing that freaked me out about super speed.
Mhm.
So speedsters are really slowsters.
yes,
They fuck with time and space instead of moving through it faster. They just manipulate it.
mm-hmm.
Why are they always fucking running then? I'm just saying.
No, it's
It's suspect for them to be like, I'm super quick. Look at me run. They never go, I slow shit down. That's never what they say.
No, it seems like a retcon for
That's a
sure.
retcon so hard.
Super strength.
We just can move on.
Yeah. Super
Well,
strength.
what's your red
spooks me.
flag about speedies? Or slowy downs the universers?
I'm just like, what are you running from? Wait, like, why do you need super speed? What are you running from?
That's fair.
Super strength. I'm like, I always think that people that want super strength,
We got Nick Pearls going, nah, he's fast as fuck, boy.
he's fast as fuck, boy.
Boy, he's fast as fuck, boy. See, I'm with Nick, dude. I'm with Nick. Fucking speedsters are speedsters. They ain't slowing shit down.
What's up, Nick?
Who's Nick?
This is my buddy Nick.
Oh, what's up, Nick? Invisibility or flying. Sean Murray after 12 months. After 12 months.
I'm confused.
Sean, just spell it out for us because we're so.
You put an asterisk there
Yeah, I'm
and
being
everything.
dumb as fuck. I'm surprised Lou isn't telling.
I'm dumb as fuck.
Is
boy.
that? Are we getting fucked? What's going on here?
After 9 months?
Okay. Now I got it. Okay, so strength though. That's
Is
the next
pregnancy 9 months after fucking or 9 months after the baby gets in there?
one. 9 months after the baby gets in there,
Is
which is like kind of can be moments or days after fucking.
Okay. I wasn't
It
sure.
would be weird. Yeah, come on, put that together. Try that again, bud. Try that again. When the boys hit the beach, they don't go, we're going to camp out for a little bit if we
I
can.
don't know. I don't know what
Sometimes
they're
you got a
doing.
sneaky little Navy SEAL that might fucking do it like a month later.
That would be
That'd be a dirty
terrible.
snatch, though. I'll tell you this much. That kid's going to be a born survivor.
Dirty snatch.
I'm just saying.
Uh,
Jesus. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know. It didn't show up last time. 12-month restaurant better than Spidey Sense.
Oh, you're a line cook. That's a good backpedal by Sean to be like, you don't look like Peter Parker. You just have to work in an environment where you need a sixth sense. He's probably being genuine, and I'm putting words in his mouth that he does not mean.
Oh yeah, I guess working in a restaurant gives you Spidey Sense.
Hang on, it's time for our trigger words to have the algorithm put us back in feeds. Crypto, Biden, Trump, and back to it. What was your
Crypto
buy the dip.
Stocks.
What was
Buy,
what's
sell.
what's
buy.
your
Sorry.
well buy the dip. We gotta say buy the dip. What was your stance on the weird speedies though? What usually
What are
red
you
flag?
running from?
Oh right, okay. I
What
think
do
they're
you-
running two stuff. That's my thing.
What are you running to? It goes both ways.
Yeah.
And super strength.
Yeah. That one.
Super strength is. I'm like, why?
I feel like okay, as a kid, it makes sense because you're a fucking child and everybody around you is like moving you. You know, like
Yeah, but if I was super strong,
yeah,
you couldn't
like
do
oh,
that.
and then you grow up and you're like, never mind. If I was just a grown person, this person could not just lift me up and move me where I don't want to.
You know what? I never got to experience that.
You never got picked up as a child.
No. People
Oh.
still do that.
Oh, yeah, but it's a strain. How much do you weigh right now?
121 pounds.
Really?
Yep.
That's still maybe like a power lifter at a gym could really do it to
Elena
you.
weighs less than me. She picks me up. It's not that much of a strain.
I'll try. You want me to try it? I gotta go pee. Can I try and pick you up?
I can guarantee you.
Uh-huh.
I can guarantee you.
All right.
You will not be strained.
I guarantee. I think I might be. I gotta pee. Move a camera over in the
Picking
corner,
up, no,
and we'll
picking
try
up
it.
a person.
Yeah.
You're not. I'm not doing that.
All right. Well then,
Picking
I
up a
I just
per-
gotta pee. I was gonna say,
Picking up
but
a person
mm-hmm.
is not the same thing as picking up a 120-pound weight.
That's true. I think a person's harder.
No, it's easier.
No, because you're all liquid. It's shifting
They
about.
give you. Man, you're leaving me alone.
gotta pee so bad.
All right.
Just talk about
Superpowers?
no. The 120-pound liquid versus hard.
No, I'm just. It's a lot easier to move me around than to move like a weight around. Yeah, dead weight is a lot harder to move. It's, I don't know. What's up? Should I move the camera to me? That's Louie. Hey guys. How you doing? I forgot to put the camera in the bathroom. I don't know. The other superpowers, flying is the coolest. It's the coolest of the popular ones because who doesn't want to fly, you know? I think it's only cool for people that aren't afraid of heights, though. Flying is cool. Flying is better than the other ones because it's that's the most magical.
Well,
Flying?
What about? Okay, hang on. the super strength thing though. What weirds you about that? Because you said you got reservations, Andrew. You can tell about a person.
Super strength makes if your superpower of choice,
Mhm.
if you had to choose one with super strength, it tells me that you think you're very weak, and
Okay.
you don't want to be weak.
What if somebody was picked the opposite? They're like, I want to be so weak.
If somebody's want super weakness,
Yeah, super weakness.
they probably think they're too strong.
Okay.
No, I just think it's either that or I think people that pick super strength got like physically bullied or abused as
Okay.
children.
Okay.
And they were like, if I could fight back,
See,
super strength.
yeah, I guess I get that. I
It's
just,
not necessarily negative reservations. It's just like
yeah.
just what I think about a person when they tell me their favorite superpower.
I always get with super strength though, right? Because we're picking one power. Like you're such a like a squishy target still. You know what I mean?
yeah, because just because you're super strong doesn't mean you're like Superman.
Or
He's
like
got
bulletproof.
He's got 15 different powers.
He's got so many. Superman's annoying
yeah.
because they just kept like I get that's his trope is he's kind of like everything. Because like you ever seen Superman and the Flash race?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like close.
Mhm.
Man, if I was the Flash, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Superman."
I'd be so mad.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Dude, like, fuck you." Like,
Be
just
slower.
yeah. And then like, well, I think I don't know. There's comics about it, and then there's cartoons where they race. And I don't know, man. It's just like Superman. What are you doing? You just knock it off.
But super strength is a weird one. I definitely yeah. See, flying is fun. Flying is the one that I think that if you pick flying, you want a power for fun.
Oh, flying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's practical uses like being able to go places
yeah.
without a car.
A lot of them are just traveling.
Yeah.
Like
If you pick a travel one, it's because you hate driving.
you hate lines.
You hate lines. You hate driving.
Like teleportation, I think's so great.
Teleportation's awesome.
Yeah, I
being
mean,
able
like-
to be like, well, I here's the thing. Teleportation is in my list of ones I think are cool. But the issue with teleportation
Yeah.
is I would be terrified that I
Uh-huh.
would mess up my teleportation
Like,
and I would like teleport into somebody.
right. That'd be gross.
Yeah.
Because if you teleport, we're in the realm where if you teleport, your cells replace whatever cells
Yeah.
are there or push them out of the way. So like if you teleport into a tree, you're like, I'm just in a tree.
Yeah.
But if you teleport into a person, by the way, I think we just wrote a very gross but awesome supervillain.
Yeah.
Because if a teleporter was like, "What's up?" and he just teleported into somebody, they like popped, and then he was like wearing their skin suit already. Ooh, that's a good supervillain. What would I call him? Shadow. But yeah, flying was always one as a kid. I
because
got
it
it.
just seems like I'm repeating stuff. Well, we're reading what you say.
Yeah, it's also a conversation. You know, you'd be like, "Yeah,
Talking
so I
to you.
like flying. Flying is fun."
Zach, your boy, you're all fuzzy. Look, I'm not being a producer right now.
Yeah, we're just playing.
I'm not fixing any of this shit. It's this is the raw salsa parlor.
It would be cool. Yeah, this is we barely got into the fiscal report yet.
I know.
Our shareholders are watching and they're waiting. That's the only reason they're still watching.
We're definitely gonna get into it.
We will talk
3
about
months from
our
now.
earnings, but
3 months from now, we'll talk about that.
okay. He didn't realize how we were reading it all. No, we're reading, baby.
I'm looking at you right now, Sean. I'm looking right at you.
Okay, here's the thing about because we're being pretty strict about the one rule. I think it'd be great if your superpower was flying, but you still had to like get in a jumpsuit and put on one of the like mask thingies, and then you just look like a fighter pilot without a plane. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
And then we would be like, "Oh my god, he's in an invisible plane." Be like, just fuck him. And then he goes tummy down. He's like, "Oh, he's flying. He is flying."
Salsa parlor raw.
It's unrefined. Can you believe we try on Saturday mornings?
Yeah, this is what it looks like when we're not trying.
Yeah.
Look, gang. The Elena said invisibility. I've talked to Elena about this before. She said the same thing. Invisibility. or
It's pretty
flying.
great. Hang on, just scooch back like 1 inch. Now you're invisible.
I'm invisible now.
Now. See, invisible people aren't invisible. They just move out of everyone's eyesight. It's like the speedsters that slow down time. It's like, they're not actually moving fast. They're just slowing everything down. Invisible people aren't actually invisible. They just never get seen.
That invisibility
Yeah.
is a 50-50 down the middle,
Mm-hmm.
because I think actually here, okay, hot take of the podcast.
Okay.
If you're a dude
Yeah.
and you want invisibility,
Immediately sus.
Yeah.
Immediately sus.
immediately
Anytime a
creepy.
guy is sus, and this probably says more about me than them, but when I hear dude wants to be invisible, I'm like, locker room. He's gonna go in the locker room.
he's gonna
He's
go
gonna-
try to look at naked women.
It's exactly
gonna
what he's gonna
steal
do.
shit.
He's gonna
Yeah,
do
I-
weird shit.
He's gonna do criminal things.
Here's something. You know why? Because the invisible man, like I was telling you, is not invisible. He's just somebody who's not being seen.
Yeah.
Think about all the weird shit you do when nobody's watching.
I'm gonna be honest. I think about that sometimes
Mhm.
already,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, I just am. I feel like maybe as a teenager I did a lot of weird stuff when no
Yeah,
one was
it's
watching.
mainly jack off and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like the weirdest thing I do when no one's watching is jack off.
which we are trying to normalize in our sexual world. Don't jack
Exactly.
off shame.
Quit jack off shaming.
Quick jack off shaming.
Quit jack off shaming.
So
Jack off.
what's the weird?
It's a
Yeah, I'm
Russian
trying to
word.
think of like the weirdest shit I do that ain't J and O. I mean, like sometimes I eat stuff that like shouldn't be put together. You know, you throw
Yeah.
pretzels in a bowl and you're like with other stuff in there.
sometimes I'll do stuff that I feel like if somebody was watching me, they'd be like, "Oh," like I'll put like chips in a bowl.
Yeah, with
to-
other
as
stuff.
as to not eat out of the bag.
That's not weird at all. That's responsible.
I
I
know,
like
but
that
it's
you're like yeah, being responsible is weird.
Well, it's like weird to me. It's doing it isn't weird. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not saying that's weird. I'm
Right.
saying if somebody were to see you doing that
Uh-huh.
when no one's around,
Yeah.
it'd be like, "Wow, he really doesn't want to put his hand."
But
in the
here's the
bag."
thing, the invisibility, right?
Mhm.
All I can go to is weird shit. Cause what would you do with invisibility that like is not for self gain? How are you really helping other people by
I
being
got a
invisible?
good answer for this.
Yeah.
I got a good answer.
Because if you're like, oh, I gave a kid a toy, he wasn't looking. I'm like, that ain't it.
No, I think what I would do if I was invisible is just basically hide in public.
Yeah, huh?
Like, no, like, hold on.
Right?
Hold on.
All right, Boo
'Cause-
Radley, what else you gonna do?
Well, let me explain what that means.
All right.
Because I know how that sounds.
Yeah, it's not great. What you said was a verbal trench coat. I'm hiding in public. Nobody
yeah,
knows what I'm
I
gonna
would do it.
do.
I would do it to hide to avoid social interaction.
Yeah, you can do that by being rude as well.
I know, but if you're just like if we're at Crunchies
Mm-hmm.
for our weekly show,
Yep, which is tonight, 9 p. or 8:30 p.m.
yes. And if I were there,
Uh-huh.
it would be so nice to just fucking chill out
Yeah,
and just go completely invisible.
yeah,
So nobody ever is like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
yeah. You just over that?
I just don't. Sometimes I'm not in. I don't want it.
Okay, and you don't want to also be rude.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like stuff like that. I could be useful being at a party you don't want to be at, and you're like, I'll just fucking invisible in the corner.
Yeah.
Because you're already trying to do that by standing in the corner at a party. So invisibility just makes it easier. Did you already do this? Yeah, kinda.
What do you mean? Didn't you already do this?
To try to fucking sit invisible in an area so no one talks to me.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could.
Uh,
There's ways of doing that with visibility, though.
yeah, that's what I mean. I already kind of do that.
Oh, okay. I don't choose a power based on how it helps others, only myself, Elena says.
I don't. If they need help, they should pick a better superpower. In this scenario, I don't think everybody's picking one.
No, it's just you and me. None of you nerds get power.
Well, no, I mean, it's like this isn't in this scenario. It's not everybody picks a superpower in this scenario.
That'd be
just
such
you,
a shitty world. You know how many people be like, I'm a speedster. Ugh.
just you are being offered.
Yeah.
So like everybody else doesn't have a superpower. You're the only one with
Yeah.
one.
I don't know, man. Again, invisibility though. I think that's way more for mischievous.
Yeah, I'm not picking a superpower to be a superhero.
right.
Ever.
Right.
I'm not gonna be a superhero.
Invisible. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the good things you can do with invisibility, but when I
mean, you
think
could fight crime with invisibility.
right, but oh my god, but you could do so much more crime with invisibility.
That's true.
what I'm getting
The
at is
invisibility superhero is the guy who decided to not be a supervillain.
right, and and he always has to do something kind of lame, like, oh no, there's a camera that could record us if we walk across the room to shut off the camera, and then the whole team's like, wonder who could do that, and then invisibility guy's like, fucking I can, and then like then he has to get naked, and then everybody's like, ah, fuck.
The funniest superpower that in like popular media
Yeah.
is Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, stretching, because that one's always wiener. You go because he stretches
Immediately
wiener.
go to wiener.
Yeah.
You're like, can he stretch his wiener?
Of course you can, but is it bendy or can he be?
Hard
Yeah.
stretch.
I imagine he can probably buff it up.
Mr. Super Fantastic is lame, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody makes fun of him.
Because like
He's supposed to, like, his other superpower is smart.
that's not a superpower.
Tell Tony Stark that.
Being smart?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's literally Tony Stark's superpower.
It's not. He's not a superhero. Tony Stark.
You're right. He's a businessman.
Exactly.
Which is the best superhero because he keeps the economy
Tony
going.
Stark is what Elon Musk is trying to do, and Elon Musk is not a superhero.
Dude, Elon Musk. I'm kind of like, take a time out, dude.
Elon Musk is annoying.
Yeah, he's like he got cool very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was like, oh, this guy rules, and then he was like, oh yeah, I do, and everybody hates that guy. That like wasn't cool, and then they become cool, and instead of being like humble about it, he went the other way.
He's like, yeah, I'm cool.
Like, you know who did it right? The Rock.
Yeah.
Because The Rock was like, fucking, I'm a wrestling nerd thing people love. And then he got like cooler for other reasons. And now I'm like, I like The Rock. And he's all over the place, but he's like always humble. And he's like, I own alcohol, drink responsibly.
Vin Diesel as well.
Yeah, which is weird because Vin Diesel and The Rock are not buddies, but I like Vin Diesel still.
Yeah. I like Vin Diesel for what he's about.
I like his music.
Family.
Yeah?
That's what Vin Diesel is about.
Family.
Family.
Do your best, Vin. Do your best, Vin. Family.
We gotta drive cars.
Fast.
We gotta drive fast cars.
How many of those movies are there now?
15.
That's awesome.
We gotta drive fast cars.
Dave Chappelle 2024. That'd be a good president.
I would love Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle as president? Yeah, that'd be, I don't know.
The Pacifier is amazing. The Pacifier is a good
Is that a good movie?
It's funny.
I've never seen it.
Dude, everything The Rock's in is good.
Yeah.
Everybody shits on The Rock. Have you seen the
I've seen The Tooth Fairy. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not the one I was gonna ask.
But
yeah.
it's pretty good.
No, there is a
When he's in Doom, also pretty good.
No, what is
It's like his worst role.
Rampage.
Rampage. I have not, but it seems like it'd be fun because The Rock's in it.
It looks like a riot.
Yeah.
And people are like, what a fucking shit. This is the problem with Hollywood.
Isn't he in a
This is the problem.
Isn't he in a movie just called Tower or some shit as well?
so.
Or like Earthquake?
Rock was great in Jumanji.
Yeah,
Yeah, remake.
yeah, and they made a sequel.
Or is it a sequel or a remake?
No, they remade it and then they made a sequel to the remake.
They made a sequel?
Yeah,
to
they
Jumanji?
like I don't know how it goes because if you finish the game and you're like, wow, we are never doing that again, and then it's like cut to 6 months later and they're all
That's how you
bored.
make 3 screams.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
We got
oh, I'm pretty bored. No, but Jumanji is the only sequel where like it's like, all right, open up that board game again.
Hollywood remakes are awful, but those are okay. Here's the issue with Hollywood remakes, Sean,
Yeah.
is that they're fine. When people
Rampage was good. Sean's saying it too. That's 2
Yeah.
people.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you
I want
liar.
To, no, I want to see
Well,
it.
then we should see it.
But I don't watch enough movies.
What's it on? I'm gonna look that up. You keep talking about Rampage.
I'm talking about Hollywood remakes.
Okay.
And about how Hollywood remakes are pretty good. And people that are like, oh, Hollywood remakes are fucking Hollywood can't come up with a good idea. And it's not because Hollywood can't come up with good ideas. It's because Hollywood thinks that you don't want new ideas.
Right.
Hollywood could come up with a million fresh takes on something. There's a lot of talented writers making shit.
No.
It's the issue is that Hollywood thinks you're dumb. So just quit.
Well,
Be smarter.
but people are kind of dumb.
That's what I mean.
Like when they like Hollywood has that there's a reason the indie film fests get like 16 people who are Mensa smart. And they're like, oh, this movie's great.
Uh-huh.
And then
Everyone else is like,
this is dumb.
where's the next Avengers?
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's popcorn flicks versus like thinker movies. And I like them both. Army of the Dead, terrible, but it's fun.
Yeah, Nolan says they're not wrong. Hollywood, we want cheap, bad, we want garbage films.
Yeah. Sometimes you want a McDouble of a film.
I honestly would hate media if everything was like Bo Burnham's latest thing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just like self-aware and like.
I like it, but I'm also like, Bo, I get it. Like you done it, man. I don't know how to feel that last one. Now I actually don't know how to feel about Bo Burnham anymore. I kind of question his sincerity a little bit.
That's fair.
Because he's like quadrupled down on it, and then I think the worst one was when he talks about like the suicide, and then it cuts to him viewing it on his shirt, and it's almost like a "what am I doing?" or like I'm making light of suicide, saying I don't suffer from suicidal thoughts or I'm not gonna kill myself, but then filming himself being like, no, I might actually, and then I'm like, but dude, this is still in an entertainment, you know. And then I like a couple of takes where he shows like him breaking down as he's filming, because I'm like, cool. But then like I don't know, man. Like
you don't know what's real and what's not,
right? Which is like kind of like beautiful in a sense, but like I don't know, man. Like it's to a degree. I hate to say it, but it's like, yeah, no, I got it, man. I got it in the last 3 specials. Like, and now it's even sadder because I'm like, oh, you're getting probably amazing professional help and still not doing great. Which I'm like, yeah, man. But I don't know. I liked it. I like the song. I actually listened to a lot of songs. What is Rampage streaming on though?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to find it.
How long have we been live for?
About an hour. About time. You want to end on thoughts about Bo Burnham?
Sure. No, we got to do the finance report.
Oh, shit, we do. We got money.
All right, here's the quarterly report.
All right, everybody. Middle management coming to you live. CEO Joe Biden just flew home from the G7, and he wanted us to let you know that America is going to try to keep being on top, and crypto is a thing, and Salsa Parlor has 4 figures.
That's right. We have, and I don't mean to brag, a little over $1,000.
Do we have anything in the savings, or is it all checking? I have not checked our Bank of America thing in a while.
All checking.
It's all checking?
I believe so.
Are we still getting mail from Bank of America? Because I should open those sooner rather than later.
We've been getting mail, and it is all open for the best.
I know. I've got a lot of files. It's up there. I keep them, but like I haven't seen one recently.
It's like my insurance.
Yeah.
I don't open my insurance mail. I just pay
it's
my
bad.
insurance.
Yeah, I haven't paid my.
They
first
could be
insurance.
like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
Right.
Here's my auto pay. Go away.
Get it.
Go away.
I think the funniest joke about insurance that has ever been written or portrayed is in an episode of The Simpsons where a hurricane comes through town, and the only house that's destroyed is Ned Flanders' home, and Marge asks Ned's wife, like, "Oh, okay, that sucks, but I'm sure your insurance will cover it." And Ned's wife just goes, "Oh no, Nettie doesn't get insurance because he believes it's a form of gambling and that's against religion." And I'm like, that's incredible. It's incredible because when you think about it, I'm like, yeah, no, insurance is. No matter how much you want to dress it up as like, nah, it's not gambling. It's gambling.
It's gambling.
Yeah. You're
And
placing bets,
that being said, buy insurance from Trevor
I guess.
or James.
You know what? Yeah, there's the Great Lakes Independence Insurance Agency. Smash the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna fight one of the Paul brothers in about 10 years. And then here's something I do like at the end of this, Zachy, because you got the algorithms up, we got the quarterly report done. We got friends that like it, but we always get one person that comes in and dislikes it, and that tickles me because I'm like, either it's a new person every time coming in being like no, or it's
the same
somebody
person,
that
yeah.
comes back every week to be like no, and I don't know because we've got enemies, but
I think it's people. There's just that's what happens, dude. Every single person that makes something, there's somebody that hates you, and they have notifications on.
yeah,
To
and then they go to
dislike the
hate you.
moment you do
That makes sense. I mean, I get that. Well, good on him.
Good on them.
Good on him. I don't know.
It's probably Boobio.
Oh, you think? Nah, that's no fun. The guy
Why would
obviously
Rubio?
doesn't like us. He's just chilling. But all right, closing thoughts on anything?
Got nothing to say.
All right.
Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys. Okay, bye.